Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Motherfucking Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness and how to reach your fucking dreams. Okay. In this episode, we can talk about Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness, the last chapter, Reverence. Okay. Chapter 27, Reverence. This is a short chapter. I read it I read it once and then I skimmed through it again and I felt like I read it again twice, maybe 2 seconds. It was so short. Okay. Now, this one is going to be about your connection with God. So it's going to be a good one. Now, before we get started, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Number one, am I ready to learn and apply? If you're saying no, do not continue watching, okay? Number two, if you're ready to listen to your heart and go after what you truly desire to become the highest version of yourself, okay, then keep on watching. If you're not ready to be the highest version of yourself, to go after what your heart truly desires, do not continue watching, okay? I'm sure there's other people out there who can teach you how to uncover all those beliefs. In this episode, we're talking about Neville Goddard, okay? I may have had a few other videos that go over this, but it's not this video, okay? This video is a little advanced, especially because it's the last chapter. Neville was keen to put this chapter at the very fucking end, okay? Now, if you said yes to both of those things, you're ready to learn and you're ready to be the highest version of yourself, metaphorically speaking, step forward and let's get started. If not, step out the gym. Now, here is something that I highlighted to quote. Quote, "It is this fact that underlies the immutable law of assumption. It is upon this fact that your very existence is built. It is this fact that is the foundation of every chapter of this book. No, you cannot know this intellectually. You cannot debate it. You cannot substantiate it." Okay? And what he's talking about is, dun dun dun, drum roll. You are God. I am that I am. To me, I understood this as I am that I am, the awareness I am. Okay. It's deep. You cannot, you have to experience it. Like he says here in the quote, you cannot debate it. Like, I'm aware, you're not aware, or awareness doesn't exist. You can't really debate it. You can't substantiate it. You can't be like, oh, this is awareness right here. You can't grab it. It's just like, you have to ask yourself right now, like you can find out, you can experience awareness like this. Just say, am I aware? Am I aware? Just look at something specifically. I'm looking at my tripod, I'm looking at the pole, and I'm looking at a little dent in it or a line through it. And I'm asking, am I aware? And you kind of see everything kind of like a bird's eye view almost. Everything just expands. Okay? That is awareness. You are awareness. You are not your body, okay? This will change. Okay, you can even manifest a different type of body if you like, a more muscular body, things like that. Everything is imagination. Everything that's going on in your life is imagination. You've thought about it, emotionalized it, whether consciously or subconsciously. A lot of times we do this subconsciously at the beginning of our life, because when you're a baby, you don't have no consciousness. You don't have like a conscious mind. You have consciousness. You don't have a conscious mind to say, okay, next, right? Or I don't like that thought next. Or I like this thought. I'm gonna emotionalize it and visualize it, to manifest it. You're just a baby. You just have like the basic survival instincts, you know, eat, sleep, poop, right? Eat, sleep, shit. That's it. Okay. But now that you're older, you've grown up, your conscious mind has developed, now you're aware, you can decide which things you want. And it's about the process, visualizing the affirmations, the asking yourself, how do I feel now that I have this goal, allows you to bring it into your life. Okay. And that's an amazing process. I want to share a quote by Wes Watson. He says, the man who takes more pride in the steps it takes to obtain the result than the result itself cannot be stopped. As long as you persist in the steps and allow yourself to have the feeling of your wish to feel natural to you, it must happen. Okay? It must happen. You must persist and it must feel natural for you. Okay, when you think about the money, about the health, about the love, of course I'll have that amount of money. Of course I have that amount of money. Of course I'm healthy. Of course I'm in a loving relationship. Of course I'm successful. Of course. It's like, of course the sun's gonna come out. Of course there's clouds out there. Of course God loves me and God is with me. Of course, God's life force and God's protection is with me. These are all affirmations you can use, okay? Now, he says this, quote, becoming aware of it, your consciousness, one great emotion permeates your being. You live with a perpetual feeling of reverence, the knowledge that your creator is the very self of yourself and never would have made you had he not loved you, must fill your heart with devotion, yes, with adoration, end quote. Okay. And this is what I like to share about how it feels to be aware, you know, to finally come to awareness. Every time I come to awareness, I say, wow, this is the best I've ever, this is the best life I've ever had. This is the best feeling I've ever had. I always say that. I'm like, I said that yesterday and the other day and the other day and the other day, but it's true. It's amazing. See, and he quotes this, quote, I quote him, quote, our deepest feelings are precisely those we are least able to express. And even in the act of adoration, silence is our highest praise. And I'm just like, wow. That's kind of how, when you see, when you become, when you're aware, it's kind of like, wow. You're like, wow. That same kind of feeling you get when you see the sunset, all the beautiful colors. There's like a purple, pink, orange, blue. Some of it's dark in the back. If you look more to the back where it's already getting dark, it's like, we're like, wow. It's like, wow. It's like you can't even it's like you're speechless, right? That's kind of like the experience you get when you're aware, and you just have it, you know, and you do this consciously, am I aware? I'm walking on the street. The street could look messy, right? And a lot of trash, things like that. And you ask, am I aware? And you're gonna see the beauty of it. Like, wow, somebody thought about that candy wrapper or that candy, and now there's a wrapper here, right? And maybe you can visualize the place cleaner, you know? You can visualize the place cleaner, like, oh, wow, this is such a good place where somebody could come in and clean. You know, the government could come in and clean, and somebody could have these jobs, or somebody could have something to do here and clean it up. You know, we always have enough, you know, to do. There's always enough work to do. Things like that. So see how the perspective is positive, and your awareness kind of brings that into your mind. You're like, wow. Get what I'm saying? You'll see the good. You'll see the awe in all the places. Okay. So life is just perspective. I like what Wes Watson said in one of his reels I saw recently. I copied it, not copied it. bookmarked it so I can go back to it because it's just like so profound. And he says, the world is not like it is. The world is like you are. Okay. If you change your internal state, if you come from peace, love, joy, oneness with God, enlightenment, then the world's gonna look like that. It's gonna be full of love, peace, joy, oneness, harmony. Okay, enlightenment, in other words. These four things that I just mentioned, love, joy, peace, and enlightenment, they are on the highest levels of consciousness in the levels of consciousness by, I think it's David R. Hawkins in Power versus Force. You can look it up right now after this video. Go on Google, levels of consciousness. It's a pink one. Okay, it's a pink one. You got to ask yourself, where are you there? Are you in fear? Are you in happiness? Fear is like being lazy. I think like being encouraged is like hyperactivity. Being with like reason, I think it's like being calm. Reason is calm, and then love, peace, joy, and enlightenment is like miraculous things, like synchronicities and things like that. I don't have it with me. I thought I had it right here. I usually have those forms with me, but they're in my library right now. But all these things come to me like through Instagram, TikTok, all these topics that I've gone through in my personal development all come to me because I am in that vibration. If you're seeing things on social media that are not on your vibration, that you don't want them to be on your vibration, like violence and things like that, or, war, negativity, just like your mind, next. Go on to a different thing. And then entertain the ones that you do want, the ones that they're valuable for you. There's good in everything. All right. Yeah. Awe is the closest, but not really, to the experience of bliss and joy. I don't know why I wrote that, but it's just, what I meant is that there are some things that you can't really explain. Like awe is just like awe. Like that's the closest thing you can use for consciousness. When you experience consciousness and you just know that you are God and consciousness, right? Because consciousness created everything. And when you live in that experience, you're just like, wow, that's me. You see people, you see animals, you see things. You're like, wow, that's part of me. Everything is God, and I am God. Okay. When I do my chakra activation meditation, which is below my description, I always hear that I am the creator that created everything, and I am that created everything. You are. And I say, oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. and then my higher self says, you're me. And I'm listening to my higher self in my own voice. It's so cool that the universe speaks to you in your own voice, right? So you can understand. You can understand what's going on. Yeah. So I hope you like this one. Let's go on to feeling consciousness. So let's wrap it up by feeling consciousness and feeling what we desire and seeing ourselves in possession of it. Okay. So number one, look at something right now. I'm gonna look at my bodybuilding book that's across from me and ask yourself, am I aware? You see everything kind of like just expand a little bit. You're just like, and I'll sit in that awareness. Am I aware? I just took a deep breath of relief. Okay. Now, Ask yourself something that you want, right? Well, what is it that you want? You know, one of your deepest desires, right? And now contemplate that you have it, okay? Say, I want this, right? In your mind. Now contemplate that you have it. Okay, I have it. Now, how do you feel? Ask yourself, how do I feel now that I have it? And say it. I feel blank, whatever it is. Okay? Now, you may have already seen it in your mind. I know I saw it when I said it. Okay? So let's close out the senses, okay? The denial. This is low-key a denial because you're looking at whatever it is, then your goal has not yet manifested. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Okay, take another deep breath. Expand your stomach. Now your eyes are closed, and now see yourself in possession with it. It's already done. What will you see were you already in possession of it? Right? Now take another deep breath. Push your stomach in slightly. See it again. Now open your eyes. Now sit in that feeling. Sit in that feeling of having it. You were just feeling it and seeing it right now. Just sit in that feeling. You are it. Okay? That's you being it now. Of course I have it. You just had it right now. You have it. Of course. It's natural, of course. All right. Hope you like this one. We are done for today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If somebody came to mind, share it with them. Share this with someone you deeply fucking love and care about. Who's that person? Who came to mind? All right. Comment below if you have any questions. And on the next episode, I'm going to go over Thomas Troward's book, okay, the Edinburgh Lectures. So that one's going to be fun. And let's keep on going higher and higher and higher and vibrating higher and higher and higher. Okay. Peace. I love you. Until next time.